Good afternoon, everybody. Christopher from All Things Prepping. In this video, I just want to quickly talk about preparing, or better known as prepping. Um, Prepping is a great thing to do, but prepping starts, first of all, not by just getting the stuff that you need to survive. You actually have to start with a plan. Now, in order to start with a plan, you have to know what to prepare for. So I just quickly want to go over the principle of getting everything, or starting it right at the beginning, and then going up to how you are planning to get, or how to survive. Yeah, before you can really start properly preparing, you need to identify what you are preparing for. Now, the best way to do that is to actually go and sit down and look at your current situation. What is the current situation in your area that you are staying, wherever you want to prepare for? And then by looking at what type of scenarios normally plays out there, you can start with that. Like for instance, where I'm staying, crime is obviously a problem, so you have to do a bit of planning on crime prevention and what you're going to do once a crime has taken place. Then also, you might stay in an area where there is veld fires. What you're going to do in a situation where there's a veld fire. You can also look at your flooding. If you're staying in a flood-prone area, like closer to the Vaal River, that is also something that you need to take into consideration. So, before you even start with your preparing process, or your prepping process, you need to identify the threats that you are going to face, because that's the only proper way to do it. Okay, now that I know what I'm going to be preparing for, you can actually start looking at solutions for those problems. Once you've identified the problem, you can look at how you're going to prevent and mitigate that problem, and based on that, you can actually then start getting your preparations in place. The first thing that I normally prepare for is just everyday life. You need to prepare for what might happen. Being on the road quite often, I need to prepare for vehicle emergencies. I need to prepare for being stranded next to a road for maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what happens and where it happens. So that's the basic stuff that I prepare for. So for that, I would then get my EDC, my everyday carry, and that would form the basis of my daily preparations. And then also part of that, I will have my vehicle emergency kit prepared and ready in my vehicle, so that if something like that happens, I can then deal with it. So that would be my first preparation that I will do, and that's how I have started off with. Is first of all my everyday carry equipment, and then just the basics for what I will need for a emergency when stranded along the road. Yeah, if you get into a more serious situation, we don't know what that situation will be. I'm just going to call it um, instant X. If instance X or emergency X happens, it might be that you need to get home. Most of the time, when emergencies happen, you will probably not be at home. So that would be my first priority, is to get home. And for getting home, I need a get home bag. Once again, I need to determine how far I will be traveling, how many days I will be traveling, what kind of terrain I will be traveling in, and plan according to that, and build my get home bag, or my GHB, according to that. So that would be my second level of planning, is how will I get from wherever I am to get home. So that would be the next step. Yeah, I'm going to assume that we managed to get home safely, and once I am at home, my next plan will be is to bug in. I have to admit, when I started off in prepping, my first notion was to, in an emergency situation, how am I going to get out of Dodge? And not only get out of Dodge, how will I bug out? And what would I need to bug out? But that is a major flaw in my planning. My first priority would be to, once I get home, is to bug in. So I will look at what I need to do to bug in. I will look at, obviously, water, food, shelter will be then, medical aid, that type of things. And then also what kind of emergency situations I might face while bugging in or staying at home or staying put. And I will get that process in place and plan according to that, because at the end of the day, being at home, you've got a home, literally got a home advantage over any situation, and staying put will definitely be a good idea, especially if we look at what happened during the COVID situation. Everybody was forced to stay at home, and just to plan for that, what would you need to stay at home for a period of 2-3 weeks, maybe longer than that. So that's the next phase, is the bugging in phase, and then just staying at home and being prepared to stay at home. So the next thing that might happen is that after bugging in, due to an unknown reason, you will have to then bug out. Now, bug out is literally just getting out of Dodge, like I said, and that is a more difficult and a more complex thing than that it what actually sounds like. First of all, you need to know where you will be going, because I know that if I have to be honest with myself, I am not going to be able to just take my bag, walk into the bush, and stay there for an unknown period of time, surviving on whatever. You will not be able to carry enough stuff with you to do that, your resources and stuff like that. So definitely bugging out is a more complex thing than just taking a bag and walking off. The best idea would be if you have somewhere to bug out to, whether it be a place of your own, a farm, something like that, far away from where the situation started off with. But yeah, bugging out is a very complex situation, and you have to prepare for that with a lot of thoughtfulness and a lot of planning. It is not just, here we go, grab your suit, grab your bag, and off we go. So that is also something that you really have to plan for. So the biggest question that remains now is, if I have to start all over, where would I start? I'm going to definitely start off by, if I had to start all over again, I would definitely look at just getting a basic everyday carry kit with me. The stuff that you need to just carry with you for dealing with your everyday scenarios. That would definitely be my first priority. What I would just quick rundown of that is, I will always have a good knife. I will always have a lighter, because if I can make a fire and I have a knife to process and to use, that would be a good start. And then also a good multi-tool. If I can get those three things going, with those three things, I should be able to at least start off to deal with everyday situations. And once I can deal with everyday situations, I can then carry on with that. The next thing that I would do is, I would definitely start off preparing myself, my home, with the basic stuff. I'm going to start off there with the three top things that I would concentrate on is water procurement, having water available. The next thing would be food, and then obviously the third one that I would definitely take a big priority, make a big priority, is first aid. First aid not only includes the first aid kit that you need, but you also need to make sure that you've got your chronic medicine that you might need available, and that you can actually have that as well. So that is, if I have to start from scratch right now, that would be my thought process, to just get everything in line like that. Yeah, so that just in short is actually my thought process of dealing with everyday situations. Once I can deal with everyday situations, I need to be able, if a situation arises, I need to get home, whether it be by using my vehicle or using my feet, or anything else that I can find along the way, be it a 4x4, or whatever. Getting home would be the next process that I will be planning for. And once I got home, bugging in or staying at home, being safe and having all the resources with, that would be my next point of planning. And then obviously, if everything goes totally south, to actually get out of town. So that's my thought process. So yeah, that's it for now. Yeah, so just to close off this video, during the next couple of videos, I'll be looking at the process that I've just described, looking at EDC, getting home back, bugging in, bugging out, and then everything that goes with that. So that will be the process, or the thought process behind the next couple of videos that I'll be making. And I hope that you will be joining me on this trip to, if you've been in the preparation for a long time, you will know that you sometimes get, they call it prepper fatigue. You do kind of like forget the basic stuff, and you try to do funny things, and then you also lose interest. So I'm just going to get myself back into line as far as that is concerned, and just check up on all the stuff that I've got in place, that it's still in place. And during making these videos, I will then just check and ensure that everything is sharp. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that you get the process that I'm going through, and I hope that I'll be seeing you in the next video. So until the next one, keep on prepping.